Very good. Good afternoon. We're going to convene this meeting of the House Regulated Industries Committee this afternoon, and we've got just a few issues that we're going to deal with. My name is Alan Powell. I have been assigned to be the chairman of this committee, and it's my pleasure to do so. Since I started on the industry committee 29 years ago, didn't take me but 29 years to get here. So, but that being said, I want to thank everybody in attendance today and the committee members. First off, ladies and gentlemen, before we do introductions, you have the rules of the committee in front of you. Is there any discussion or any questions by any of the committee members? If not, what's the pleasure of the committee? We have a motion to accept. Any other comments? We have a motion and a second. If not, all in favor of adopting the rules for the 2019-2020 session, say aye. Aye. So constituted. To the committee members, if you'll look on the right-hand side of your folder, there's one change in particular that we made this year. This committee has always had a, quote, alcohol tobacco subcommittee, a occupational and professional licensing subcommittee, and a regulatory subcommittee. For whatever the reason, since way back when, the Regulated Industries Committee of the House has also statutorily given the authority to be the lottery oversight for the House. And that being said, I've instituted a fourth committee called the Lottery Oversight Gaming Committee. And with that, you can look to see your assignments. I would like to thank the committee chairmen that have agreed to chair the subcommittees. Very important work ahead of you. Don't know what we'll have in this committee this year, but I'm sure it's going to be an exciting year. You'll be doing any and all possible things, quite frankly. And that being said, let's do some introductions. If we could, let's start at the very end to the right. All right.
Hello, everybody. I'm Representative Mike Smith. I represent House District 41. That covers parts of Marietta and Smyrna.
I'm Mickey Stevens from District 165, Savannah, Georgia. Anytime on River Street, you're in my district.
And I'm Jenny Earhart, representing District 36, Powder Springs, Marietta, Kennesaw, and a little bit of Ackworth.
Mr. Chairman, I'm Rick Jaspers from Jasper, District 11 up in the mountains. I'm very excited to be on your committee and work with you more.
Chairman, I'm Michael Caldwell. I'm in my 7th year representing the 20th District of Georgia, which is Woodstock and Cherokee County. And yeah, I've been looking forward to getting on this committee, so thank you.
Are you 23 or 24?
I'm 23, sorry. Casey Carpenter, District 4, City of Dalton, in the south end of Whitfield County.
I'm Dale Washburn, 141st, North Bibb County and South Monroe County.
Jason Ridley, District 6, which is the north part of Murray County, north part of Whitfield County. And my first session here was last year. So I'm in my second session. First day here. Thank you.
Jeff Jones, District 167, Glenn, McIntosh, and Long, starting my third session, and glad to be serving as your vice chair, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
I'm Representative Rick Williams from District 145, Baldwin County, and part of Putnam County. I'm starting my second term, and my predecessor, Rusty Kidd, former state representative, is in the audience. I'd like to welcome you.
Billy Mitchell. I represent the 88th Legislative District, which is DeKalb County. This is my 17th year here in the House of Representatives.
Lee Hawkins, 27th District, which is Hall, Gainesville, and starting, I've been here since 2007.
Terry Rogers, District 10, which is Habersham and White County. This is my 5th term.
Mr. Collins?
I'm Jay Collins. I represent House District 68, which is Villa Rica, Temple, southern Douglas County, and eastern Carroll County. Considered a privilege to be here, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Bruce Williamson, and I represent Walton County.
Thank you. I'm Brett Harrell, and I represent a portion of Gwinnett County, the 106th District.
Representative Dale Rutledge, District 109, represent Henry, Rockdale, and Newton County.
Thank y'all. My name's Alan Powell. I represent Hart, Franklin, Madison counties in the 32nd District. This is my 15th term and 29th year of being associated with industry-related issues. And that being said, it's going to be a lot of fun, folks. I want to introduce our staff, get our staff members to stand up. First and foremost, Jan Brown. Place special. She's the one who takes care of me, so there's a special place in heaven for that lady, without a doubt. Thank you, Jan. If you would, just introduce yourself.
I'm Austin Bennett, and I'm a legal extern with
All right, Sean Marie. And last but not least, Matthew.
Matt Wasatowski. I'm the policy analyst for this committee.
Thank you so much. To the committee members, I have a few comments. And first off, I will tell you, you're going to have a lot of fun with this committee. We cover a broad subject matter. Historically, this committee handles a lot of issues that are, to say the very least, tenacious in nature. I would advise you not to make any commitments on either side of an issue, because once you get into the committee process, you'll find out that some things aren't always as they seem. But listen to all parties involved, to our friends in the hall, to the people that are affected in the business community. Hear them out, see what's said, because there's a lot of peculiarities to the process of this committee. Such as professional licensing that Mr. Ridley has so graciously agreed to chair. That is a very important to me, probably one of the most important subcommittees as far as business, dealing with occupational and professional business licensing. You may not always know a lot of things. A lot of people come to you wanting to be licensed. And licensing of a profession or occupation is it's a very sacred thing, because it does two things. First and foremost, it protects the public against unscrupulous purveyors. But more important than that, it also gives credibility to the occupations and professions out there. But it should never be used as one to eliminate competition in the given profession. Alcohol and tobacco, enough said. That's what it is. It's a mainstay of this mainstay of revenue. We'll hear from these folks at a different time. Might hear a little bit from them today, but Georgia's one of the states that lives by the three-tier system that guarantees the sanctity of the business, to be sure that revenues are properly reported and accounted for, and it basically keeps stability in that sector of the industry. Regulatory. Is Mr. Welch? I don't think Mr. Welch is here. Probably that was going to be the most fun committee of all when you get a hold of some regulatory issues. Chairman Welch, a very astute attorney, he can dig into the deepest of the issues on that. And then last but not least, the Lottery Oversight Gaming Subcommittee. Chairman Harrell has agreed to chair that committee. That committee has not been, subcommittee hasn't been formulated in several years. The lottery itself and the Lottery Corporation is a very integral part of the state government for the last 29 years. And and it's our obligation and our statutory obligation to scrutinize and to be sure that it's run accordingly and proper. Who knows what may happen to other issues in the gaming industry? We don't know what may come forward. I understand for the committee's process that there's a horse racing bill that'll be dropped in over in the Senate, and we don't know where the other things will, what other issues may be dropped in. But I would give you fair warning right now not to be browbeat on those issues, because regardless, it's a constitutional issue, which means the only purpose for this committee is to hear, to perfect, and to pass it forward if that's the will of the committee. You don't legalize these products. You only send it forth to the voters to vote on them, and it takes a majority of the votes, but it takes 2/3 of each house of the legislature. The governor's not involved into that bill. That's strictly the issue of the General Assembly. That being said, I think I've given y'all about all the warnings that I can give you. And that's not to make any commitments. I will tell you that this committee works hard. I will tell you that as a chair of this committee, at this point, unless there's an issue that I need to deviate from, the work will be done in the committee structure. I expect all testimony to be given in the subcommittees, and I expect the bills to be perfected. I'm not very much of one. I learned from probably the best chairman's chairman that taught me how to be a chairman. His name was Sonny Watson from Warner Robins. And I expect bills that come out of the committee to be perfected. If they're not perfected, don't move them forward. So when we meet, we're going to move forward with action on that bill at that point, in most cases, unless the chair sees differently. That being said, we have several members of industry here today. I do see former Representative Kidd in the background. He was recognized earlier. For any of y'all who don't know Rusty Kidd by reputation or by his name, the son of the late Culver Kidd, probably one of the greatest legislators that ever served, both in the House and in the Senate. Rusty did a pretty good job, but he made his infamy based on being a lobbyist in the old days. And Rusty, it's always good to have you back up here, my friend. Thank you so much. I see a lot of the spokespeople for industry out here. Would y'all like to quickly start over here with Todd? If you just want to get up and say who you are, don't get into trying to sell your legislation right now. You'll get plenty of opportunity later on, but if y'all want to just introduce yourselves, what your industry is, and let's go through that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Todd Edwards, Association of County.
Thank you.
Ashley Jenkins with the engineers, ACEs.
Mark Woodall, Associated General Contractor. Keith Patrick with Georgia Real. Oh, sorry. Martin Smith with the Beer Wholesale.
Too many beers for lunch.
Austin Hackney with the Home Builders Association of Georgia. Casey Honeyman, Wine and Spirits Wholesalers.
Young lady behind you, Casey, does she want to?
I'm good. I'm just here to observe, sir. Stoney McGill with the Georgia Alcohol Dealers Association. I'm just here to observe, sir.
The illustrious Mr. Hobbs.
Matt Campbell, Railroad Labor. Chip Kaufman on behalf of the Georgia Recyclers Association. Nick Fernandez, Metro Atlanta Chamber. Josh Gerard.
Good.
James Purcell. Bob Haynes, Georgia Association of Risk Reduction and Central County Educators. Barry Schranz of the Driver Improvement School is a case my friends overserve their friends.
Over on the right side.
also with the Department of Revenue.
My name is Dante Hamill, Department of Revenue.
Daniel New with the Georgia Restaurant Association.
Karen Bremer, CEO of the Georgia Restaurant Association.
Michael McPherson with the Georgia Municipal Association.
Thank y'all for taking time to be here and to introduce yourselves. At some point, as if we have time,
We got two in the back, I think you missed. They missed themselves.
must be the beard, David.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Brian Hudson with the Hudson Group, and as it relates to this committee, we represent the Distilled Spirits Council as well as Georgia Recycling Association.
I want to thank each and every one of y'all for being in attendance today. Look forward to getting to know y'all as some of the committee members. This committee has grown in size this year. There was 6 vacancies on the committee, and I think we picked up 6 plus an additional 3 or 4. I think this committee is at 25 now. Nice round numbers. We will be scrutinizing legislation as assigned to this committee, and we'll be tending to the business of the people of Georgia. That being said, does any of the committee members want to, you have a word you'd like to say? Good folks. Good folks. That being said, we'll see y'all possibly next Tuesday. Thank you. All right. Yeah. For what? We're gonna figure out how many folks really want to be on this damn committee. How many?
There you go.
What is that? Oh,
There you go.
oh, Vice Chairman, thank you. I appreciate it.